Welcome back. Each weekend, ABC 10's Walt Gray catches up with the San Francisco Chronicle journalists about the biggest political stories of the week. Here's Walt with more.
Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current in California politics. I'm Walt Gray, joined this week by reporter Emily Hoeven, political columnist with the San Francisco Chronicle. Emily, at ABC 10, we've done a lot with conservatorships. And going forward, some counties are going to be doing some things, amending or doing something different with that, but not the entire state. What's happening?
Yeah, so starting January 1st, under a new law that the governor signed, counties can choose to implement an expanded update to California's conservatorship law that would allow, in addition to those who are suffering from severe mental illness and are gravely disabled, it would also allow people who are suffering from substance use disorder and are not able to kind of provide for their personal safety and health care to be involuntarily committed into treatment. So this is a choice that counties have, and as of right now, just a few are choosing to go on January 1st, and a lot more are deferring until January 1st, 2026, because they say they need more time to kind of build up and get ready for it.
Also, California has a three strikes law. We've heard that for years now, but child trafficking is being added to that. Is that something, what's your take on that?
Yeah, so this is another new law that's going into effect on January 1st. And this is kind of a landmark or a rarity in some ways, because for decades, California has not increased penalties for certain crimes that are counted as three strikes. But this year, that changed. The governor signed a bill that would classify child trafficking as a serious felony. And this sort of happened after there was a lot of initial blowback, which I know you and I talked about. And at first, that bill wasn't moving forward, and then people were really upset because, you know, it's hard to say that something like that is not serious. So it passed, the governor signed it, and January 1st, we have another strike law.
Right. Staying with the governor, along with the Attorney General, Rob Bonta, they are supporting a builder's remedy situation or a builder's remedy law. Is that something that you've covered? What is the builder's remedy?
Yeah, so the builder's remedy is essentially this kind of untested provision of California law that allows developers to bypass local zoning and restrictions when they want to build projects with a certain percentage of affordable units in localities that don't have state-approved housing plans. So it's a very complicated and long explanation, but the long and the short of it is that there is a city in Southern California that was challenging this, saying they weren't subject to it, and it's actually a pretty landmark move. Rob Bonta, the Attorney General, and the governor chose to intervene in that lawsuit and basically say, no, you are subject to it. The builder's remedy is a thing. You are going to have to approve this project that you didn't want to approve because you didn't have a state-compliant housing plan. And so I think it sends a very strong signal to cities across the state that are trying to reject these projects and not approve housing plans, that if you don't, there are going to be consequences. And some of the most powerful people in the state are getting behind that and backing it.
All right. Well, you got the governor and the Attorney General. That's pretty much the top of the ladder there. Emily, thank you. If you'd like to reach out to Emily Hoeven, you can do so via email at emily.hoeven@sfchronicle.com.